Hello and welcome back to episode 65 of The Long Dark. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. And here we are, back on the road. Still headed into what I had been calling the backcountry. Now that I've found a road, it doesn't feel quite so back or quite so country, but it is what it is. And as I record this, I am currently experiencing the tail end of a winter storm of my own. Certainly nothing as severe as all this. But walking through this reminds me that I do maybe have a couple of trees in my yard that I need to go and have a look at once the snow starts to melt a little bit. Because in this high desert country that I live in, the soil does not do a great job of helping trees hold themselves up sometimes. And I think maybe a few of them might have come down, or at least started to come down. In which case I need to find out what their deal is going to be. Probably take a chainsaw to them. That ice is weirdly shiny, isn't it? Got a cave. Wedge Cave? Well, what's exciting about Wedge Cave, huh? Nothing. Wedge Cave is empty. Disappointing. So let's go tangle with some timberwolves, shall we? Or not. Let's actually not tangle with some timberwolves. How about that? Probably getting a little too lackadaisical with these steep slopes. Sooner or later, Will's gonna break his ankle again and put me back in my place. Really? You gonna come after me because I spotted you from up on a hill? How are you shits gonna get to me? This was either a really good idea or a really bad one. Care to place your bets on which? Eat it. Get out of here.
Can't be far behind.
Oh, is that all there was to it? Alright, I can live with that. I'm starting to get this marine flare thing figured out. This weather thing, not so much. How am I warming up right now? Is that flare actually so hot that... Oh, there we go. Now we got our 2 ticks down. And maybe... You know what? We're going to go and weather this in a sensible place called Wedge Cave. Yeah, you better get out of here. Yes. It wouldn't hurt to have some firewood, but I think I'll be alright without it. Just get out of the wind and things will be dandy. Or not. There we go. Okay. And you might notice that my bedroll is up to 100% now, because I went ahead and repaired it. It's nighttime anyway. Which means that I'm now getting the full 5 degrees Celsius temperature bonus. Which I think Will is going to be really appreciative tonight. appreciative of. Top off the calorie counter before we hit the hay. Okay. And bedtime. Oh, Will. Buddy. That's a slight problem, isn't it?
Can't feel my hands.
Yeah, I hear you.
Looks like it worked.
It surely did. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll, sleep through the morning winds. And we'll just have to remember to collect some firewood while we're out there. In retrospect, it would have been a good idea to take some of that coal from the cabin. But we'll be alright. We can certainly get ourselves some more firewood. And now we've got a nice bright day ahead of us. Still quite cold, it looks like. Why is it so cold? Will is properly dressed. We're not soaked. Just had some cold weather roll through, I guess. Based on the stuff that I've read, I am aware that the different regions have different weather patterns. I think I've referred to that before. But what I have sometimes wondered is... Nice. What I have sometimes wondered is whether different sections of regions also have different weather patterns. Okay. And that problem is again solved for the moment. Oh, this is aggressive wolf town, and I bet that cave has something to do with it. What do you think? Are you an aggressive wolf? You don't look that aggressive right now. Just got a case of the zoomies. Search the wolf's cave. Yeah. When you read about an aggressive wolf, searching his cave is what you want to do. No Road Cave. He's gonna come back, probably. Nothing in the backpack? Mistake to come here. The staging report from the Blackrock administration was incomplete. Clearly this animal has survived some deep trauma or starvation period to develop aberrant predatory behaviors to this degree. I'm going to recommend sedation, tagging, and relocation in order to give it a fighting chance. Blackrock meant well in bringing me out here, but I need to give them an option besides culling. It's a magnificent creature and worthy of study. There's an unusual, and then he got eaten. And there's another cache. I think maybe if I loop around this rock to the left, I'll get something that I want. And too slow again. Sprained ankle, great. It's just what I want to see. Now, is that blood his? Yes, it is. Then I am done with him. I'm just going to get patched up here. Yes, good. Well, that could have been worse. Really? You just going to hang right around? You could just leave. I mean, I guess that was his home that I just invaded, but... Alright, there he goes. Problem solved. Wasn't personal. I guess it was personal. I forgive you. How's that?
Could end up being useful.
Could be, Will. No, it's not up there. Maybe it's down here, though. Maybe. Could be around here. Could be up at the top of those cliffs. Aha! Come here, you.
There you are. I could use this.
Yep. Excellent. Sure. Sweet. Okay. Good find. And so now we've taken care of the side objectives that I wanted to hit along the way. Probably make time for those other caches later, because I'm not going to do it right now. I definitely want to hit that bunker, but I probably won't do that on the way back. I'll probably make a run back to the infirmary, re-equip for that moose, and then, well, okay, maybe we'll hit the bunker on the way back to the infirmary. I am already pretty laden. But maybe what I can do is take the stuff that I left behind at the bricklayer's place and take that over to the bunker. And then I'll just go to the bunker when I come back for stuff. That's not a bad plan. But I think I'm going to want the meat from the moose, so the moose is probably going to be a trip all by itself. Ooh, what a lovely bridge. Yeah, I tried to jump over that gap. Oh, that's actually pretty upsetting. I'm not normally bothered by heights in the first place. In video games even less, but there's something about the way the ropes in the bridge were moving. It's really good. It's very well done. Here we go. It's the mine. Last prospect. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to talk smack on dynamite. So the thing about old dynamite... Well, so the thing about dynamite. Dynamite is nitroglycerin that's been stored in a stabilizer. I think sometimes with old dynamite they used stuff like sawdust that was relatively stable. And one of the tricky things about old dynamite is that the nitro has this tendency to like crystallize and separate out from
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
stabilizer. And so you wind up with these sticks that are covered in either like an oily substance or like some rocks that appear to be forming in it. And that's raw nitroglycerin, which, as you may have heard, is excitable. Now, the thing about the detonator caps isn't like way off the mark, because it's not, as I understand it, it's not actually like you can just run a fuse straight into a stick of dynamite and expect it to behave in the manner that people think of dynamite behaving. But on the other hand, especially with old dynamite, that probably is not very well preserved. It doesn't actually take very much work to make it go off. Like, as I understand it, you could, for example, pile it up where you want it to explode and then shoot it, which I think would work even with healthy dynamite. Or you could, in some cases, set it off by throwing rocks at it. So, I think the idea that these detonator caps are a necessity for this plan to dynamite the prison is probably unrealistic. Also, I don't know that there's a particularly good reason
I'll be hungry later
to believe that old detonator caps are going to be in very good condition. See, and in previous chapters, I would be really excited about this spare lamp. In fact, you know what? I left all my spare lamp oil behind, so let's go ahead and use it. It's not in as good condition as the one that I've got. Oh yeah, this is a good place to be. But on the other hand, I can always just use up the oil in it and then throw it away. I'm thinking that I'm going to get another phone call from what's-her-name, not Molly. Oh, hey. Does this mine connect up with the mine that Astrid entered in the last chapter?
Wet feet.
Will. I mean, yeah, wet feet suck, especially in the cold, but is it really necessary to whine about it right now? Mine site. Certainly has a familiar feel, doesn't it? On the other hand, we know that Astrid isn't in a mine anymore. We're not going to meet her here.
What have we here?
Yes. What do we got? We finally reached the mine and found the supply cache. If that last transmission was right, this could be what I've been looking for all along. We know that 18 was the last number in the padlock combination. Now I just have to find the other two. There must be more clues left behind. There's a creeping darkness in here. I hate it, but I have to go deeper. Alrighty.
Can't have too much water.
I appreciate how generous they've been with food and drink in these places. We're certainly well stocked. What is that? Is that a cloth? I don't really need a cloth.
Too heavy.
Yeah, we are pretty heavy. Let's see what we can do to lighten the load. Alright, well that got us a good chunk of the way there anyway. So that crank will help us move the elevator. Warning, due to recent funding shortfalls, we've had to carry out additional blasting on level 2 sooner than expected. We're aware this may impact air quality containment controls on lower levels. We only ask that you follow posted guidelines when working in areas of the facility that may be impacted by any noxious vapors. Well, noxious vapors is one of those phrases that you hope never to hear. But when you're in a mine, it's a particularly upsetting thing to hear. Do I want to go down to the deeper levels of the mine? Yes, I do, but I'm pretty sure that there are some other forks in the road that I didn't check out, and I want to do that first. The fact that this is a hand crank operated elevator suggests to me that this is, come on Will, probably not the same mine that Astrid was in. Don't need more coal. And in fact, she came out on the coast, and we are nowhere near the coast, I think. So there's probably no reason to believe that there's a relationship there. Interesting. Another route to the elevator? I feel like I just heard a wolf howl, but I'm pretty sure I did not. I'd be really surprised if wolves ventured very deep into even abandoned mines. Yes, their vision is better in the dark than ours. Yes, they can also navigate via other means, like their noses, but... Okay, so this is not the way. But I have a feeling we're going to wind up there. Remember, Astrid found bolt cutters. Actually, a bolt cutter, I mean, in case it matters, we could use a bolt cutter back in the steam tunnels to open up a couple of doors, but I don't think that'll get us anywhere new. And I would be surprised if we had any reason to go back to the steam tunnels, like probably ever. Seems likely that smashing up that machine probably means that sometime soon there isn't going to be any more pressure there. And how about you just keep your thoughts to yourselves, creepy violins? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm not in a bear cave right now. I'm in a mine. Okay, and I need to remember that this is the number 2 lamp, and that the plan is to... Nope. Throw it away when it runs out of oil. And I'm thinking that, unless I've... What do you suppose that means? Unless I manage to find the things that I need to find pretty quick, I think we're going to do a little bit of a... I bet those symbols mean something to me. Probably going to do some of this off camera. Interesting. So I've found an X and a square. If I find a circle and a triangle, then I'll know that I'm in a PlayStation advertisement. Alright, that's all there is to see. So, good job wasting everyone's time, Vic. Try and get this done before there is an aurora, so we don't have to deal with all of those exposed wires on the ground. I hear rocks shifting. That's what I hear. I am going to be pretty mad if I have to fight some wildlife in here.
Damn it. Up to my ankles.
So does that actually... Oh, Will. You're such a whiner. Your boots aren't even wet. Yeah, okay, so that's the other side of where I was. And now it's time for us to go down to the second floor. It's showing me the stamina indicator, but apparently turning the crank doesn't actually impact our stamina, so that's nice. How far is it to the second floor? Jeez. Here we go. Oh wait. This is the third floor. What happened to the second floor? Metal table. Give me that lantern
Keep
fuel.
the lamp burning.
Not for very long. Toxic gas. Well, that's great. I'm pretty sure that I have to go into the toxic gas. Well, Will, where is your gas mask? And is it a good idea to carry a lit lantern into this region? The answer is no.
Gotta get some fresh air in here.
Uh-huh. Wait. The toxic gas
Clean air.
is in the pipes? Or is the clean air in the pipes? The clean air is in the pipes. So, am I now walking from safe place to safe place? No, not quite. But I am... Yeah, okay. Great. And I need to bring that thingy with me. I wonder if I have to close it so that I can open it over here. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? I hope it's not going to be that tough.
Won't be able to move that again.
And now I can't take the thingy with me. So there's more toxic gas down there that requires mine gate key. Okay, well now it appears we have a rather serious problem. And,
Stuck.
yeah. In any case, we're all out of time in episode 65, so come back and see me again in episode 66 for suffocation, no breathing, etc. Talk to you soon.